Hey guys, I'm back, and this is a video I've been threatening you with for literally 2.5 years. It was, you know, sometimes I get kind of ADD on videos, and there's an idea that I'm like, awesome, squirrel! And I really want to do it, and then I get all set up to do it, and then I get another awesome video idea, and it's all like, squirrel! And, you know, I chase after it, and then there's the monthly subscriptions and all sorts of other stuff, and so I bought these sheaths, and there's another one that I bought that I can't even find, and I bought them all in 2017. Yeah, so far back that I had to go and print up stuff from Amazon so I had the information on them so I could get it right. But there was interest from the peanut gallery, and there was interest in myself in all these different companies selling these tactical, you know, using the T word is kind of dangerous, but these tactical sheaths that you could buy. Some knives come with sheaths. I like clips. Some knives don't come with clips at all, though. And some people, even though they have knives with clips, want to put them in a sheath. Like if you want it, let's say, I know a lot of dudes that like to put a sheath on their, you know, their chest rig, on their plate carrier, on whatever, on a belt maybe. And I wanted to take a look at all the different ones that were out there. And then I realized how many different ones were out there. And I was like, there's no way I'm looking at all of them. So I got kind of a different variety. I ordered 8 and realized that I got 2 of the same thing in different colors. Yay. So I got 2 of the Yakadeya ones that we would have looked at. So I've got one that's as little as $6, and it's like an Amazon add-on item. If you don't know what that is, you can't just buy it. But if you buy something that's like, I think $20, or your order is $25 or more, you can get it, and it's just thrown on, and you don't, you know, it's with the shipping for the other stuff. And everything else can be bought on its own. And like I said, there's a wide variety of prices between the cheapest and the most expensive, and the rest kind of float in the middle. And I figured we'd take a look at them because they all have some similar features. Some have some very specific features. And you know, if you're not a sheath person, if you're not into sheaths, don't even watch the video. This is honestly not going to be for you. But if you like to, I mean, and these are not just, honestly, not just for knives. You can carry your lights in them. You can carry all sorts of stuff in them. In fact, I should have a couple lights here to test out with too, which I will pause the video for a second and get some. So I've got the M2R Warrior Pro, which is has replaced my M1X Striker as my heavy-duty EDC light. We're going to use the i5T as a kind of a lightweight, you know, EDC light. And then we're going to do 3 different size knives. We're going to use the Benchmade Contigo 810. It's kind of a bigger, heavy-duty knife. We're going to use a Kershaw Link as a kind of mid-size EDC knife. And then we're going to use this little Higo no Kami as a smaller, lightweight EDC knife. So we have 3 different sizes of knives, 2 different sizes of lights we'll put in these sheaths, and kind of see how they all do. We're going to start with the least expensive one, and this is by a company called Sheaths. By the way, everything here can be found on Amazon. So this is by Sheaths, and it's the Sheaths Folding Knife Belt. That's what it's called, Sheaths Folding Knife Belt. It's $6.99 on Amazon Prime, and it is a very basic sheath right here. There is no color choice on this guy. Now the one, if you look at the picture online, it's got these strap keepers on the top and bottom. This one only seems to have it on the top. I don't know why. It has Velcro MOLLE adapter, PALS webbing. If you remember my rant on that from way long ago, you know what? I will put that video on the end screen about Molly and Alice and all that, where I talk about PALS webbing. And then this Velcro thing here, which I think lets you adjust maybe this overstrap. We'll see. So it gives you, it's very rigid, carry options. You're gonna have, if you're trying to horizontal this, you're gonna have some trouble though, because we don't have the bottom straps on there. But let's see. Very noisy Velcro, but very secure Velcro. That's interesting. Now, does this adjust? No, it doesn't. I'm thinking, I don't know. This looks sewn in though, so I don't know what that other Velcro panel is for. You've got some elastic around, so if you wanted to put your Contigo in there, you could get a nice snug fit. Large size knife. Our link also holds it nice and snug. Now the Higo, I don't know, will it strap that down really good too? Yeah, even something as small as the Higo. It's gonna rattle a bit, but I don't see it coming loose. So that's good. All right. Our big light. Now, Olight makes specific pouches for these, but you know, you can actually get that in there pretty good. I didn't think that was going to fit. You don't have a lot of closure to play with, but it's going to work. You do have some exposed element on the side, but I mean, it is what it is. And then your smaller size light. Now, of course, you can always clip it in to keep it from moving around, but it does rattle. Now, if you do an extreme rattle, it can slip out. This guy can come out. As I'm sure the Higo could too, under the right circumstances, if you don't cinch it down enough. But this is a very basic sheath, you know, $6, $7. I would say really this is going to be most useful for your medium to large size stuff. Best off for your knives. Maybe your flashlights too. This is what was originally an Amazon add-on item. It has increased by $1 since I originally bought it. But, you know, you've got your standard heavyweight nylon. You don't get a color choice if that's something that matters to you. I prefer a coyote color. I mean, I love OD green. If I can't get OD green, I'll take coyote, because coyote is easy to dye to match whatever environment you're going to be using it in, if that's something that matters to you. So there's item number one. There's the Sheath Folding Knife Belt. Next, going up in price for $8.99, we've got the Yakadeya Multi-Tool Pouch Sheath Folding Knife Sheath Pouch for Belt Molly Flashlight Mag Pouch. I just read you the exact title. Now this comes in a bunch of different colors. Some of the colors go up in price to $11.99, but for what we've got here, and the two that I ordered was the Coyote and the OD Green. The OD Green's not here. It's $8.99. So you've got your snap close clip on the front, but it is also adjustable. Now on the back you also have, so you got your strap keepers here, so you can make belt loops out of that. You can put it on, say, a backpack strap, and you've got both, which is a plus. You also have your Velcro adjustable Molly type, you know, Pal's webbing, and it looks like this should let you adjust if this is not also sewn in, even though it's got the, yeah, so this lets you actually adjust this whole flap, which is weird that this had that, but then it was sewn in. You know, I mean, craziness, but okay. So let's just put that back where it goes. This is a much thicker, and you can actually see the plastic reinforcement in there. So for a couple bucks more, I think you're getting some better quality right off the bat. Now, Yakadeya sounds Japanese, but I'm willing to bet this is also made in China. Now, we could make this video take a lot longer and try out multi-tools and everything, but if it's going to hold something like the Contigo pretty well, I'm pretty sure you could put like a Leatherman signal or, you know, something like that in there pretty well as well. That's not as comfortable as I'd like it to be, but... So you also have your, oh, it's a little tighter, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You've also got your elastic around there, and then not only do you have the adjustment of the entire flap, but then you have the ability to adjust your clip. So, you know, you don't need to adjust much for the Contigo because it's already so big. And this is just based on factory settings. Again, of course you can change it all around, but you guys know that without me telling you. Yeah, that is snug as fuck. That's not going anywhere. You know, again, I didn't adjust this totally, but there is a lot of side space for it to wiggle around. And just by the general shape of this, you know, now with a knife that's a little bit more broad, would it stay in better? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem to want to come out on this side, only on this side. Now, it might be, again, the shape of the knife or whatever. Contigo does have a very specific shape to it. What if we put it in upside down? Well, you know what? That glass breaker will probably hold on to that fabric really well and not want it to shift at all. Yeah, that wants to hold on. So that might be a factor as well. But then, do you want to tip up, carry on your knife? Oh, then it gets a little stuck because I put the dog tooth over there. Anyway, different factors to consider. Let's try the link. So with the link, it's going to be, sorry, Sergeant York. That's going to be, you're going to have to do some, with a smaller size knife, some big adjusting to this strap as well. Because that's going to rattle around in there and can come out. But you have the ability to do that if you pull the Velcro down, you know. So this does give you, and you know, the Higo, of course, you'd have to do some pretty good adjustment to get something as small like that to stay in here. I'm not gonna mess with this whole thing, but I mean, you'd have to think about it. You'd have to cinch this all the way down, and this needs to break in. I mean, this is tough. You'd have to cinch this guy all the way down. You'd have to move this all the way down. So it could hold it very secure, but there's a lot of adjustment to get it just right. It's up to you, you know. That could be the sign of a very secure carry, though, if you adjust it perfectly only for the tool that you're putting in it. Yeah, I don't think I like it for the Olight at all. I don't even know if you could adjust it for a large barreled light like this. A lot of adjusting going on to get that Olight in there again, and I don't feel like messing with it all that. I mean, that's, and the little Olight again would, you know, so this is something that you would have to spend time with to get it perfectly adjusted for what you want. And while it feels like good materials and everything, and it's kind of a low price, and it feels like it's got a little bit of weatherproofing inside, not too much. I don't know if you want to put that much work into the sheath that you're getting. That's up to you. But $8.99 for the Yakadeya. So the next one, going up in price a little bit to $14.99, is this guy by Rothko. Always something by Rothko. They make everything. Now this one looks rather plain too, so I'd be impressed if it actually worked better than some of the other ones. Some of the features it does have that the other ones don't. It has a snap to lock these Velcro strap keepers in place. You know, it's the only one, I think, that actually has snaps to hold those. So if you are looking for you know, that extra security, you've got it there. Interesting that there's Velcro on both sides. It does not have actual pals webbing from Molly attachment, but it does have one big also snap protected single belt loop. So this is not going to go on your vest, although it could, you know, these are 1 inch wide. You could do a horizontal, you know, carry into some pals webbing, but you don't have the reinforcements that the other stuff had. It's very lightweight. You know, if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you decide. I'll tell you guys too, I have not messed with these or anything before this video. You know, they've just been sitting around in a box, so I'm learning about them as you guys are too. There's some weatherproofing in the outer part here, but there's like no adjustment. So we get the large size flashlight in there. I guess we can cinch it on down, but that holds pretty well as a very simple sheath. I think this should be cheaper though than the other ones. I really think it should be less expensive because it just doesn't have the same versatility, I don't think. I feel like we're not going to get a very secure hold with some of our smaller items. I mean, we might, but you're not going to be able to use these straps to hold it if you wanted to, because of the way it closes to really hold that in. you're limited to, this is a large item pouch only. It's going to hold our Contigo pretty well, but even then, you could slip. I am not even going to try the other size stuff in here, because this is really for a large item only, and for the price you're paying, you're upwards over $10. Now, this really should give you more versatility than the single-digit ones, you know? Kind of disappointed there, Rothko. Even when you just put the Velcro where it goes, this strap is already bending towards upwards. It should be parallel with this one right here to, you know, fit where it's going to fit. Don't like you, Rothko. Don't like you. Something to note that I didn't, kind of didn't bring up. All the packaging for these were all the same. They all came in a bag. A couple of them had a hardback kind of cardboard on the back of it, but none of them were like boxed or anything like that. So there. So this guy right here, the Hazard 4 Mil Koala multi-tool flashlight pistol mag pouch with Molly. That's what it said, with Molly. So this guy has some stuff. Let's get rid of this. First one we've seen that comes with a D-ring, so you could clip it onto stuff if you wanted. It's a softer kind of Cordura nylon, a very softer pouch than all the other ones we've tried. It actually has a little bit of padding in it. This one is $16.99, comes in black or the coyote. That's it. And this is really more of a tan than a coyote, I think. Well, I don't know. So trying it with the large knife, you know what, we didn't look at the back features, sorry. So it has the Pal's webbing strap, so what you would have to do is take this all out, and then, you know, you'd lace one of your webbing, one of your horizontal straps in here and put this all through and then snap it in. It's, I guess since there's only 4, they had to, it's weird, they should be a little bit bigger and there should be 5 and there should be alternating, you know, but whatever. But that's the only way to carry this thing. It's basically Molly only. Interesting play there, Koala. Okay. So that's the only way you're going to carry this guy. For $17, you get no versatility in your carry. You do get a pretty secure pouch there. And for the first time, the Contigo is not trying to weasel its way out of the pouch, which is pretty good. And it holds it there pretty securely. There's, you know, I don't know if it's weatherproofed or not, but, you know, you got, it has you feel a little bit. And the padding is nice to have. I don't know if it really helps you out that much. Our mid-size also, because there's elastic through and through, fits very nicely without a whole lot showing on either side, and it holds it really well. And then our tiny little thin guy, even that, really, it's, you know, I guess looks can be deceiving and you can get what you pay for, so we're at $16.99, which is the most expensive one we looked at so far, but it's doing really well in terms of holding even our smallest piece here really secure. And that's what it's supposed to be doing, you know, so we're not going to lose anything out of it. We don't have the versatility that we do for carry with those ones, but so far it's keeping everything safe. In terms of our very large flashlight, you know, I'm going to carry it. I'm going to put it in the way I would. The crillination there is giving me problems getting it into all these pouches, but you know what? If I was carrying this, I would be carrying it lens down for protection. So that's the way I'm going to test it, no matter how much of a pain in the ass it is. So that barely closes, but it does close. I'm worried about it maintaining a nice secure closure though. And that's not anything you want to worry about out in the field, because the slightest little thing. What we can do though is put the clip on the side so it has a little added feature. And although, so okay, you know, this might be more for the M1X size, which is a little bit smaller, or smaller light. It will close, but you know, the slightest little thing that comes along is going to open that up. But our smaller size light, I'm sure it's going to cinch right down around that and hold it nice and snug. Yeah, pretty good. So this one's not bad. I'm not thrilled with the lack of options for carry. Yeah, it's nice to have the D-ring, so you can just bling, 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 hold it around. And follow me on this, because you have an opening here and here, you always could lash it horizontally to a belt or something like that, or however you want, pack straps or whatever. But you know, it only gives you the one Molly type carry option. Although I do like the fact that it has held everything we put in it nice and secure. So this, if I had to pick one, it doesn't hold the Olight that I like nice and secure, but I can work around that. All right, moving up to the $18.99 price. This is the Maxpedition single sheath. They also sell a double sheath, but I went with the single. This is sage green. I know it probably looks gray. Sage green does, not sage, sorry, foliage green. This is the Air Force's old color before they went to full-on OCPs. You know, that stupid ABU uniform. God, I didn't hate anything the way I hated wearing ABUs. But anyway, so this comes in black, khaki, and foliage green. Maxpedition was one of the only companies that made a full line in foliage green, the official stupid color of the Air Force. So this is back to that very thick plastic reinforced nylon. Traditional strap keepers here for pack straps or horizontal carry, and then we've got standard PALS webbing, and we've got the adjustment for the main sheath strap over here. All right, so we're back to kind of the conventional layout of these other ones. Very rigid, just like the other ones. This is kind of a unique beast right there. Maxpedition has both a good and a bad reputation, depending on who you talk to. Let's try the knife. Looks like it's barely going to fit, but it is going to hold very snug and secure. I don't know why. When I put a knife in my pocket, I automatically put it for tip up. When I put it in a sheath, I usually put it for tip down. It's just a force of habit. I don't know why. Pretty secure in there, though. And, you know, I like it. It holds it pretty good. I wonder what my Fitbit thinks I'm doing. I don't even want to... No comments on that. Let's get the link in there. And again, nice secure carry without having to adjust stuff around too much. Foliage green is also another pretty good color because if you need to dye it to match your environment, it's generally a neutralish kind of light color that you can dye very easily to match things. And now our little Higo. Not bad. Not bad. Without having to do a lot. I mean, we could, if we were to take that in just a little bit, it could be a little bit more secure, but even this small, flat little knife holds pretty well. Small light. And again, think about multi-tools in there too. That holds pretty well. And now the big guy. Getting this in. Everything is like... Well, I'm going to let you guys make the obscene joke. Getting the big black shaft into the tight opening is like fill in the blank. Yeah, oh man, so this is another... We'd have to really adjust this to get this in. It barely closes. I like this one. I really like the soft, kind of comfortable, well-adjusting nature of this one. The Koala, the Hazard 4, if it wasn't for your lack of carry options. You know, the Yakadeya and this one suffer from the same problems of having to kind of make adjustments. But I guess once you really get those adjustments down, you won't have to do it again and mess with it. One more that we're going to look at here And we've got a big jump in price to $37. And back to lack of color options, it is only in black. But this is the Gerber Custom Fit Dual Sheath. And it has the quiet deploy Velcro. So that was pretty noisy, but it has this feature, which is pretty good for tactical ops in the field, right? As opposed to standard. So you can just pull the Velcro down. Now, is that a good feature or a bad feature? If something gets snagged on it and it does, if you felt the pressure required to open this way and the pressure required to do that, I don't know how likely it is that anything will do that to the Velcro and open it on its own, but there is that possibility. Now, with the dual, you do get a main pouch and a smaller pouch. I think Gerber, they intend for a knife and a multi-tool. You also could put a tactical pen or a regular pen or something in here. I'm not going to go that crazy with it, but we'll probably try to fit a light and a knife in, or two knives, because why not have two knives? On the back, you have one PAL-sized MOLLE strap. Okay. Isn't this interesting? Look at that. I'm just gonna... What do we got going on here? Can you take this whole... What is this? Oh. I'm just... Is this your whole... This is the adjustment for your whole Velcro piece right here. So, a lot easier to adjust this flap, which, by the way, has a lot of elastic in it. So you might need to do that. But this is how you adjust all of that right there. And you can adjust... It looks like the elastic on the side has a piece in there as well. But what I'm also seeing is you have only the MOLLE option for carry unless you want to rig it some other way. Well, I guess you could do, belt loop or MOLLE. There are no two ways about it. Okay, interesting though. So let's do this. Now this should have all sorts of fancy features for $37, I expect this to blow the other ones away. I'm having trouble getting two items to go in here at the same time. Granted, the two items I'm trying to put in at the same time just might not want to fit together. And that might be what's going on. That's awkwardly big. And I have fears of them falling out. But look at that. That works pretty well. Let's try another combination that I don't have good happy thoughts of fitting well. Because this is so soft, things just get jammed up on it trying to fit. So let's get the light in there and let's get the link in front of it. Will this even fit? That's not even going to fit. Can we do that? Can we do that? We can do that. Now, with this elastic pulled so tight, though, how long is that going to hold before the elastic? I don't want to wear out this elastic. But it works. You get options. You do get options. I'm not sure that I like this whole thing being based on elastic, though. That's my one thought. I like the hard nylon covering it up. It's definitely a cool concept. And I guess to make it work with any combination, elastic is a good way to do it. I'm not a fan of having everything based off of this and elastic. But there could be somebody out there that has used this and has amazing good stories about it. I'm not sure, but $37, which is like twice the price of the next one almost. It better be awesome. I was expecting kind of better. Again, you give me more carry options on the back. It's cool, belt loop or MOLLE. But what about strapping it to the strap of a pack or horizontal carry? If I want to do that, why am I? For $37, almost $40, why am I limited in that option? So, now, these are just a few. These are 6 of the many different options available online. But I wanted to try them out, you know. I wanted to give it a shot and see. So I obviously was not going to throw down the money on like 20 different sheaths, because the fact is many of them probably are identical from the same factories in China with different brand names on them and everything. But I tried to find ones that were different enough that we could compare and contrast a little bit. So I'm not here to say like I like this one better than this one, or I recommend this over this one. I wanted to show you guys some options, because I have from time to time been asked, you know, do you use this? Do you believe in this? Do you think this is better than this one? I generally, when I have deployed, I have had a knife in a general purpose pouch issued by the military. I have not had a specific sheath for it, or I've had it clipped directly onto the webbing on a plate carrier, so it's easily accessible. Yes, it gets dirty that way, but it's easily accessible. And I've usually had like 3 knives with me, a fixed blade and 2 folders in different places when I've been deployed. So, you know, here it is. So I hope that this was a good video showing you guys some of the options that are out there, just to get you, for those of you who have asked to see it, you know, here you go. For those of you who have not asked, maybe it kind of piqued your interest a little bit, and will get you down the giant rabbit hole that is different accessories that you can use to protect your gear and carry it around. You know, some knives come with it. A lot of multi-tools come with their own sheaths, you know, and you can... Virtually every company in the world makes their own brand of stuff. This is just some of the others I found online. So what do you guys think? Is there one that you saw over the others that you thought you liked some of the features, or you didn't? You absolutely didn't like the features, or one that had a design that you thought was great, or one that you were like, what? I would never spend money on that. I'm curious. Very curious. If you have a video, if there's something you want to see me do, you can send it to one of the email addresses in the video description, and I will be happy to, when I can work it in, to do that for you guys. They're my favorite videos to do. So you guys remember that, think about it, and also always think that, remember, you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will be back again real soon.